See any chat? Oh, this live chat. Can't comment. Something's going on. There, it worked. Lurker, Darius, John, Anthony. I thought I had an issue. My my chat was black and it didn't show where I could like type anything. But it looks like it's working now. I'm not starting a league, no. I'm not that dumb. But I don't know if this is a joke or if it's real. But it is somebody else is trying to play the somebody else is trying to play the fisherman should be paid like pro athlete card. Number 4 is Darius. I try and stay in the 4 hook range. I like that size hook. I can yank on a number 4. Typically won't straighten out. I put a lot of pressure on a number 4, but it's not a gaff. But yeah, it's a team style. The name is horrendous. So if it is real and I'm not being punked, um, I think they called it Master Cup Fishing. That's right, Master Cup Fishing. Whatever the hell that means. But if you go to their Facebook page, it says coming November 2023. And there's, according to them, it's 6 teams. And I don't know. I don't know. I don't know what the mission is here, but apparently they're gonna like. Okay, fishermen should be paid like professional athletes, but what good is it for fishing when there's only 6 teams? I'm sure they would like to grow and have more teams and pay more anglers, but they're already like the guys pretty much look like they're professionals already, and they already make money. Why not have like something different? You know what I mean? Like I saw Jordan Lee's name on the thing, and I know Jordan, but like he doesn't need the damn money. You know what I mean? Like he wins enough that he's all right. So seeing him on there didn't really make a lot of sense to me, but whatever. It is a team format, which is cool. They said something about 3 hour something. Who the hell knows? Who the hell knows? I guess you gotta wait for more info. So, Brendan, you're welcome for the help. That is one thing about the painting world is you have to get you almost have to be better at fixing things than you do at as you are at actually painting. Come to find out, you get boo-boos. You get boo-boos, and you have to fix them. So, bait was masked really weird. Burnsy sent out some top waters. But yeah, it happens. I'm really bad about dropping baits. Um, for whatever reason, I just have. Some days I don't, but some days I do, and it's never fun when it happens, but it does happen. The worst is when you do a clear coating and you pick up your bait and it's got like everything off the ground stuck to your bait. That's a nightmare. That is a nightmare. Especially when you've gone to all the work of like getting to that step and you're on the home stretch and you're like, all right, I'm ready to get paid. Bait is done. This gentleman is going to be so excited when he gets his new, freshly painted, beautiful bait. And then you're like going to pick it up out of the bait holder or whatever, and shit gets stuck and you bobble it and it happens. It happens. So, if you do that enough, if you dig up enough stuff, you end up learning how to fix it. One thing I would recommend for you, young Brendan, is to keep some tape by your where you're clear coating. And if you need to pull something out of your clear, just grab you a piece of tape and take the sticky side. And sometimes you can sticky it out. Like if you sometimes you have like a bug. A bug or something, or a piece of trash land on it. A lot of times you can take a piece of tape and just stick it, and then once you lay your second coat over that one, it'll pretty much melt that little boo boo out and make it mo better. So, and nobody would ever know. Don't understand why there isn't any good partner tournament when there's really how it goes. Yeah, I mean, I feel like the Alabama Bass Trail is about as good as it gets as far as like team tournaments go. But that's only in Alabama. But I guess there's some of those big trails over in Texas that are pretty legit. Alabama Bass Trail pays out a bunch, but I know that like Texas team trails and whatever trails. There's another one over there, some dude's name, and those pay out a bunch. You need to learn how to cover your mistakes. Yes, covering mistakes. Unfortunately, Brendan, that comes with age. That comes with age. That comes with fixing lots and lots and lots and lots of boo-boos. So you just need to make more mistakes and figure out how to fix them. Is the key. Piece is too short. A national team trail would be awesome. And I don't know why Bass has never done like a real like good team team tournament. And it didn't have to be a big like I'm not asking for a trail, but I always wanted to see like you know like the dream team assembled. Like like back in the day, if you would have had like Biffle and Brower and sent them to like this river tournament and had them like 12 teams or 20 teams or whatever, 50 teams, just do everybody in the field and just break everybody down into two boats and to like just pair each other up and not do a random pairing, like let the anglers pair themselves up. Uh, which probably wouldn't been it wouldn't have been as good because you probably wouldn't have seen the Biffles and the Browers, but like KVD and Clun, yeah, like you could have made an insane team format. Like I was who was the one I always wanted to see? It was Aaron and I dreamed this one up. It was Aaron and somebody else. Um, I don't know who I had picked for Aaron. Nixon and Grigsby, yeah, that would have been a good one. KVD and Clun would be cool. Um, but like for a one-time deal, I think it would have been awesome. Um, but I don't know. Skeet and Velvic, that would have been a good team. Ish and Dean Rojas, let him be the the frog, or I'm trying to think who else. You could have there's so many ways you could have spent it, but it would have been really entertaining. And I think that's what everybody wants in the end. Ish and Ike, that would have been a good team. That would have been a good team. But you would have had to have. I don't think you could have done it where it was like random drawings because you you lose some of the appeal. Like you have to set it up for like dream teams. Um, Trying to think who would be a good partner for like a Jason Christie. Who's the other like spinnerbait shallow water guy that would team well with Jason Christie? Hmm. Old or new? Jimmy Houston. Bring Houston out of retirement. I don't know that Jimmy would have been able to keep up. And then he could do real dick moves like Randall Tharp and Matt Herron, just because they had that little tiff on the water. That would be funny. Ike and Lefebvre, exactly. Now we're talking. Now we're getting entertainment. Now we're getting somewhere. Yeah, Swindle and Jason Christie, I think would be a good team because Swindle would actually talk, and Christie could just be up there doing Jason Christie stuff. So that would be a good team. But I do think if they were to do this, you would have to have a advisory board in order to choose the teams and not let it just be random. Because I think you would get stuck with sucky teams. Um, Ike and Dave Lefebvre. That would be good. That would be good. What else we got in here? But just a pipe dream. Just a pipe dream. Oh, we will never see that. But maybe that's what this new trail is aiming to do. Like I still think there needs to be a like it doesn't need to be about the money, and they need to be paid. But like somebody needs to do like MLF did back in the day and just make a strictly for entertainment tournament, and it could maybe do like just a handful of them, like 3 of them. Bass Pro does something like this once a year. I don't know. They used to do that. I've got them on DVD. There were these team trails down in it was part of FLW, I think, but they went down to Falcon or Amistad or something, and there was all these teams put together. That was pretty cool. But could you imagine? Be like, Brower, listen, dude, I need you for one weekend team tournament. All expenses paid. We'll get you there. It's all good. You just gotta fish with Biffle. Marty, they wouldn't have to be in the back of the boat. They could share the front of the boat. They could figure that out. They're big boys. They could decide. Like the thing about it is like when you're at that level, it's not like you're stuck. It's not like a regular draw tournament like in a BFL or something where you draw somebody that like is just out there dicking around and the guy in the back of the boat's actually the better angler. Everybody's good. So I think you can both make it work on the front. But they did the top 150s back in the day where it was pro on pro. But that was always a shit show because there was always a fight over who got the boat. But I don't know. But FLW, I believe, did this. I forget what it's called. It was like an East versus West thing. But they did it on Amistad or Falcon. Block it. Your team partner is going to be Angler 402, Ben Milliken. Y'all meet up and swap information. See y'all in the morning. Blockett would be shitting his pants. Blockett, your team partner is Denny Brower. Nope, that's an error. Nope, that's an error. Your team partner is Taku Itu. Blockett, your team partner is going to be Greg Hackney. Nope, that's a mistake. Your team partner is going to be Patrick Walters. Have fun. See you guys in the morning. Blockett and Taku. That would be entertaining. That would be. I mean, we're talking about entertainment here, and that is the name of the game, entertaining. But will we ever see it? Probably not. Be the greatest clickbait YouTube title of all time. Probably. Yes. Oh, in other news, guess what? Our AC went out yesterday. Luckily, we had the mini split installed, and we have one room in our house is cool. The other rooms have no heat in there. We slept on a pallet last night in the living room under the mini split and about froze to death. But the problem with that was I had to go to sleep when the kids went to sleep. So they go to sleep at like 8, 7:38. So uh, I didn't sleep at all. Brendan, I dropped them off this morning. I packaged them up yesterday and I dropped them off this morning. So you should have a shipping confirmation and you should have an email with tracking information. I have to refund. I'll have to take out a loan to do shipping refunds because I think damn near everybody placed a spinnerbait order and then placed a another order. So there is lots of double and triple shipping returns. So I thought the bank account was looking good until I realized how much shipping money has to be returned. What? Need to move into the shop so I have AC. That would be nice. That would be nice. All right. This thing needs a piece of tape. But so we gotta get somebody out to come look at the stupid piece of shit AC. I think I just want to put mini splits everywhere. But the issue, oh, I forgot what the real um, I forgot what the real issue was. The real issue was in under normal circumstances, AC goes out. It's happened 100 times. You just pack up your stuff and you go to my parents' house. The problem is our sweet little bean has a fever and she has strep throat. So we can't take her over there because she has the crud. So we would infect everybody else. So instead, we made the pallet on the floor in the living room, which she enjoyed and the baby enjoyed, I think, for a little bit. It was fun. Mini splits are the deal. Jeremy, I could probably make that happen. I could probably make that happen. Darius got the email, so it'll be there on Friday. What's today? Tuesday? It's Ground Advantage. Some of you will get it. Brian, yours should be sooner. Yours is priority. Scott, yours is priority. There's a lot of guys that got into the 1 pound range that got priority. Everybody else gets lovely Ground Advantage. So JP Harrell, what's up? Just masking baits to paint. All right. I need pliers. You know what's weird? Is after getting rid of all those spinner baits, it was quite the sigh of relief not having any. But you know what it did? It made me want to build more. But it didn't make me want to build more. It made me want to build more smarter. it made me want to completely outsource the whole thing to where I don't touch them, I just receive them. Um, and but I want to tweak some things. I have an idea of what I want to do with some wire and some things I want to change. Um, this it's like a boogie something. A boogie back from Valley Hill. I have painted lots of these. Japanese bait. Um, I don't know. I'm guessing they're maybe still in production. Couldn't tell you, but I have painted a lot of them, mainly when I was in Austin. Burns is not building spinner baits. No. Valley Hill has some good baits. Is the boogie back still in production? Brendan, can this still be had by guys looking to get into the JDM boogie back market? Also spinner bait. Also spinnerbait Burns. Actually, well, we won't talk about that, will we, Burns? We'll just keep that between us girls and the strange concepts that Burns and I tossed back and forth. Got one recently, haven't thrown it too much. Yeah, I don't know. Seems like they're pretty decent baits. I don't know. I guess they are. Don't know. Like I said, I've just painted them, and people send them to me. So usually, when I get more than one of something, I'm assuming it's okay. I assume it's just okay. Oh. Boogie Back is still in production. You still can be had. Have you used the Lucky Strike shallow smoothie crankbaits? I haven't used anything Lucky Strike, and probably since the last time I bought a bag of ringworms. So to answer your question, no, I have not. Rich, what's up, dude? Hope all is well in your neck of the woods. I don't know what is. I know. I think it was Lucky Strike had some really weird conceptualized baits that did. Oh, I hate these. I hate that hanger because I can't stick my little skewer on it right. I have to do it from the bottom, and I need a specific little stick to hang it on. If I could do it off the front, maybe. There's not much real estate, but I like that better. The family is good, besides the bean having strep throat and a fever. But she should have. I think her fever should be behind her. That should be getting over with. And the RAC went out yesterday for the 15th time. Helping hands are not for me. I'm very anti helping hands, because for me to make helping hands work, I would need 50 helping hands, and I just can't see making the room for 50 helping hands and having to deal with the bait in helping hands. So I don't like the idea of helping hands. They don't seem very helpful. I know some guys use them, but I'm not a helping hands guy. There's certain. I probably need one pair. Maybe I might actually have to go to Home Depot. Um, uh, I mean, not Home Depot. I might actually have to go to whatever that damn place is, Harbor Freight, and get a helping hands to paint this bait. But it won't even really help for this one because I'll have to. I typically on a resin bait just drill a hole in the last tail section and put a screw in it. I don't think I can do that with these, considering it's plastic. Have a couple you use now and again, but definitely not your favorite. No, I can't really. The only thing I could see using is a homemade version that's half the size. Number 4 is Rich. Burns doesn't like helping hands. Oh no, not on the crud. Come on, dude. That bait was newly cleaned and washed and dried, and I just dropped it on the floor. Way to go. Yeah, very, very rarely do I see a bait that I'm like, how am I going to hold this? That quad is one of them. Typically, I can figure out a way to hold them without having to go helping hands. The only ones I would say that it would make more sense on are the these type of baits. I need a helping hands for these. How many of those do I have? These are the worst, dude. Stupid ass hook hangers. But I feel like I don't know. I feel like a helping hands would take too long. Because I can manipulate a bait how I want to paint it off this stick. Because by using this stick, it's basically like having the bait free. You just have a long pole on the end of it. But when you fix it here, like I can't move it around to do scales. Like I have to, like I lay my baits down a lot, like on a piece of paper and do stuff to them. And I don't feel like I get that freedom with a helping hand. It wouldn't be a hindering. It wouldn't be a helping hand. It would be a hindering hand. 18 gauge. Is that bigger? Yes. So I don't know. Deep blue in. What bait was what? This one of those CB 250s. Lucky Craft CB 250. It's got the hook hangers under the bottom of the bait. Big annoyance. Big annoyance. Not my fave. Not my fave. I've seen that Strike King video where they just have tables of helping hands. Looks like a pain. Yeah, but theirs are, I think their helping hands are homemade. They have little ones. They have like little blocks of wood with like a little piece of wire with an alligator clip on it. And if I could get something like that, I could make that work because you could stack up 50 baits and it wouldn't be that much room. But the way they do it, I mean, they never have that many baits sitting at a time because they're getting passed down the assembly line. So the last one on the stick, deep little in with the flash insert. Or this Fat CB MR. Or the Kong. RC 1.5 DD. Did this bait get discontinued? Jeremy, I thought you were sitting on the gold mine of old Normans. I thought you already had those. There was a time though, John, that I saw the same video as you, that Strike King video, and there was a time that I thought maybe you should just make your own like that, and just make you up like 100 of them. He's not come off them yet. Well, maybe one of these days. But I didn't jump. I didn't jump on building my own miniature helping hands. These work fine. They're a little slow, taking on and off, having to like cinch them down to where they don't move. But they work good for me. Always have. The only thing I occasionally run into is I'll have one that didn't get tightened down all the way, or it's like a little loosey goosey, and you'll always have one bait that's like kind of moving in the holder. And the smart man would say, that one's loose. Let me either tighten it up or replace it. Nah. Let's see how far I can get along in the paint job to see at which point it will fail. And you can typically get them clear coated. I mean, you can typically get them painted, but they usually want to fall out when you hold them and you tip them down like this to like spray the belly. They'll want to fall backwards. Sometimes they fall off. Could have been avoided. Sure. Schoolmaster, what's up? If you change your painting habits, would there be a learning curve? Yeah, I would probably have to do some things differently. It would probably be a little slower at first, but then I would maybe get accustomed to what I was doing. But I mean, I've been painting baits the same way for 10 years. So there would be a little bit of a curve. I don't know if it would be worth it, but the other thing, like the way I've got it set up, like I have a 2x4 drilled to my desk out there, my little paint table. I have a 2x4 that's basically one of these, and it's got holes in it. So, and I've wallered out the hole. Wallered a word? I've wallered out the hole enough that the bait leans over like almost like way farther than this. And I can stick a bait in there and I can lay a stencil on it and do it like that. Or like if I'm doing dots, I can put it in there. And like if they're standing straight up, I typically have to like crouch down to do like that. But if they're leaned over, I can get over the top of them and do it, and it's a lot faster. So that would, having a bait that was fixed low would kind of be annoying. Like I said, I've got all that set up to do. I don't know. It would certainly be quicker for removing and putting baits on and taking them off. I guess that's the beauty of it. If you need to like move a bait around and touch a bait, you can just take it off quickly and easily. But I don't know. Of course, the Wallard is a word. Jeremy, did you mean keep your boot in his ass? Where was it? Didn't come out wrong. What did it say? He's not come off them yet. I'm staying in his ass. He's not going to come off those deep little ends until you get out of his ass, bro. I took a piece of wood and drilled in at an angle to hold the X-Acto handle, and it definitely made life easier. Yeah, that's what I've. Mine is not as professional, I'm sure, as yours is, John. Basically the way I did mine, because I'm a finesse guy. I have that. What I also use this as is an airbrush holder. So I'll stick my nozzle down in here, and my airbrush will stick. So kill two birds with one stone. I can hold baits in it, and I can hold my airbrush and stick the nozzle down in there. But when I needed the bait to be kind of on its side, I just took this and I pushed it as hard as I could to the angle I wanted, and then looked at it and said, perfect. So that was how I solved that riddle. But we're good to go now. What's the that's the and it's funny. I see all these guys that have like all these nice like airbrush holders and all this bullshit. Sure is nice. A block of wood actually does all the same thing, but what do I know? What do I know? I can't fault them for being nice and tidy when I'm a Neanderthal. So no harm, no foul. What are these House of Color cosmic urethane candies? I don't know. I don't know. Just like the regular candy? I don't know. I don't know. It's probably has something to do with the cosmic line. I don't know what that is, but I'm sure it's something out of this world. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know, Takahiro. I try and not look at House of Colors too much. because it makes my wallet hurt. It's like, oh, you want some of this cosmic sparkle interference powder? Sure. You can have 1 gram of it for $78. I'll pass. I'll pass. I'll go to Alibaba instead. How come everyone isn't watching MLF on Saginaw Bay? I don't know. School minister? I don't give a rip about it. That's my reason. I don't know what anybody else's reason are. TCP always has paints I want to try out of stock. Yeah, that's an issue. That is an issue. I wish there was like a paint superstore for like, you'd probably have to live in like a Dallas, Atlanta, somewhere like that, to for a business like that to work. But if they had like a scale model, like not a professional, not geared towards like automotive, but like geared towards model makers and people who do small scale painting that don't need like large volumes of paint. If they had like a paint craft superstore, that would be incredible. I thought about that, Brendan. I thought about selling paint on my website, like just get all the badass paint. But why do I want everybody to have badass paint? I don't. I'm not that guy. I'm not that giving. I'm not that nice. But I would like to have my own paint. I don't know what it costs to have a custom paint bottled, but it would be cool because there's a lot of colors that I would like to have made. There's a lot of everything I would like to have made, not just paint. It's actually endless. It's actually endless. But paint would be cool. I could actually probably just make it myself. I've got enough shit out there that if I had enough, if I could get the base, I could probably just have it made and just get a gallon made and then cut it into little individual bottles and package it. Maybe. Fastback Green was awesome. It was awesome. You can get pretty close to it, mixing your own, but it was it's different. It's different. I haven't found anything in the solvent world that looks similar. I got some stuff out there that I can make something similar out of, but it's not identical. Okay, what's next? Greg Vinson. I think Jody went to college with him or played baseball with him or something. All Let's see. Done. Thrift is cranking up green bass. That's interesting. Don't say it like that, Marty. It seems like so much. Ow. Because I remember telling myself that when I sand. So I get like 5 down, and I'll look at the stack, and I'm like, oh shit. I thought about trying to use a DA sander with like 600 grit on it and see if I could sand baits with that. Line to deep crank. Anthony, what would be your deep crank of choice? Spastics. I don't like Spastics. Their paint spray's really good, but I don't like whatever their base is. Seems sketchy. I think it's an enamel base, but I don't like it. DT or an XD? Hard to beat either one of those. You like that XD? Burns. Should I show him the prototype? Or should I save that for private stream? I meant to show it the last time. Burns, give me the go-ahead to show off the prototype or not. Up to you. And a Zuma. Bass, big bass live tonight. Brendan going night fishing tonight. Going to try and listen. Which one? The one with the Lexan bill that needed a little something special. And he ran out of bills. Show it off. All right. So Burnsy ran out of bills. But which hindered this from happening. But we talked. And I said, Burnsy, I don't want to just do, vanilla medium runners. Let's up it a little bit. So we did the bent XD lip. Took a Strike King series, whatever, took the bend off of that profile and added it to the Lexan. But, like I said, Burnsy ran out of bills. Couldn't make that one happen, unfortunately. But we will. We will. It's pretty awesome, though. So this is the one, if you saw me hold it up, I was always doing like that. I said, let's do a 3XD, but wood. And by 3XD, I mean I want the bill hooked. And so I'm sure somebody will take that and put it into their balsa lineup. 3XD, yes, the 3XD is a catcher for sure. That was the that was the that was the inspiration. Nasty Nate was a 3XD, which that profile is not 3XD, but the little one was. Um, the little one was. So Burns already had those ready to go by the time we got to that stage. So it was we would have had to have started over prototyping, and didn't make sense. But for future reference, you will probably see that. You will probably see that. Somebody offering their CNC services? Nate, I have, speaking of not the 3XD, but speaking of Series 5 and 5XD, um, Jody and I were on this like mouth of this creek, and we were fishing a tournament, and we stopped there like on the way back down the river. We're like, oh, we'll stop at this creek mouth and fish, see if we can get some. I think there was a barge coming down the river. And if you don't come from a river that has barges, when the barges start coming down the river, they pull current out of the backwater and they start moving water out of the creeks when they're coming down. And you can run in front of the boats and catch the current coming out. And a lot of times in the summer that like makes a good deal, and it only lasts like a few minutes, but it's enough to like get a school of fish fired up. And we were running down the river, and we went past a tugboat or a barge, and said, "Oh, let's stop and fish this creek mouth up ahead of this barge and see if there's some water flowing out of it." So we stopped, and it was a really shallow mouth across this creek, so depth did not matter. Um, and I was throwing a 5XD, and Jody was throwing a regular Series 5. I was catching like 5-1 on him, and they were the same color. We were both throwing like Chartreuse Sexy Shad or whatever it was, and he just had a Series 5. I had a 5XD, and he's like, "Dude, what is going on?" I was like, "I don't know. I guess this thing wiggles different." But he was throwing in the same spot. Like it wasn't that big of an area, and he could not get bit. Like he'd catch one random one, but he really couldn't get. They weren't firing on that regular Series 5 like they did the XD, and I never really sat down to like try and decipher what how the swim was different or anything about them, but it made a difference that day. The barge pattern does work. It is a real thing. So, and the only time I've really seen it play like where it was like a big deal was usually in July, August, September, when it's hot as hell and the water's not moving, and we're not getting any rain, and there's nothing to like, the river's just stagnant. You get a damn barge coming down the river, and they get excited. I talked to Mike Easty. How's Kentucky Lake with the moon coming up at night? Oh, I meant to talk to you. I know a guy in the spring. He used to live scope, and the barge was coming down, and he could watch the sauger come up off the bottom as the barge was coming, getting ready to feed. How about that shit? Not enough, Burns. I didn't throw it. I need somewhere deeper. Um, Film is always great. Small season, man. Darius, what size spinner baits do you throw? And what blade combination do you use? Or if any of you other guys are night fishing aficionados, single blade, double blade, weight of head. I'm curious. I've never done it. If I were to go, I would probably just get a single Colorado and go fishing, but I don't know. I don't know the answer. Darius, same way up here. Oh, son of a dick. Single black Colorado half ounce. XDs have a deeper tone of a rattle, and the regular series has a higher pitch. 3/4 ounce, 1 ounce spinner bait, single Colorado, size 5 or 6. All right, the reason I asked Darius is I have, if you are in need, I sent you one in your box. I don't know if you can use it or not. It's just the head. But my dumbass, for whatever reason, had like 100 of these made or more. I don't remember. But for whatever reason, the wire was wrong. This end is too short. They're black. I don't know why I ordered so many black spinner baits. So I have a black head that I won't use or sell that much of. And it has too short of an arm. It's not too short. You can put 2 blades on it. But it's just not what I wanted. But I have a lot of these. And the problem is I thought I was going to make up some black spinner baits. And I had this, I was like, oh, you've got all these black heads. Let's just order black blades and just make nighttime spinner baits and just sell them for cheaper just to get rid of them. So I ordered some black blades from Lure Parts Online. And the main issue I have with them is they are deep cup Colorado blades. And if anybody has ever tried a deep cup Colorado, throw them in the trash, because they are not meant for spinner baits, I don't think. Because rather than spin like this and thump, they like fly around. Deep cups. I hear you. What wire? 32 thousandths. 32 thousandths. So tuning in late but not so late that I can't say deep cup spinnerbait blades are a little wonky. Yeah, they're a lot wonky. I can't tell you how disappointed. The problem was I bought like 50 blades and I was like, oh, deep cup. These will thump even more at night, which is what the night seekers need. And I went and put one on a bait. And I think that was the problem is I had made up like a bunch, like 30 or 25. And I made them all with these stupid black blades, deep cup blades. And I went out there and tested one of them and it like wouldn't thump. It just like helicoptered. I was like, this thing is a piece of junk, dude. So I was digging through my black blades yesterday, and there's still like a million of those deep cup blades. So if anybody likes deep cup Colorado blades, yeah, maybe that's what I need to do, Morgan. Maybe I need to just pancake it and take some of the cup out. But it'll probably crack the paint if I had to bet. I don't know. Losers. Let's look at one. Let's look at one of these worthless pieces of garbage. Yeah, it'll definitely flutter down, but it's a. I mean, it's such a. It's not. It doesn't look that cuppy. It's not like. Deep cups are for walleye for a single. Where it's spinning like that, that would make sense. So I need to sell these to a walleye guy, or I need to pancake them. Let's see what happens. Put a little rag on top. These will come slightly blemished. I got some of that cup out. Paint didn't crack. Just trash them and eat it. Yeah, I think it's too sketchy now. This one will probably thump, like just looking at it. But somebody will need them though. Somebody will need them. 10, 20, 30. There's like 40 of them here. Maybe I'll put them on eBay. Like the hammered bullet. Do we have any walleye aficionados that are making up spinner rigs? These are number 5s, I believe. No, they're number 6s. Number 6s. eBay, they will be gone. There you go. I'll pull them on some walleye goobs. I mean, guys, get them hooked up. You got to dig that one blade back out and love it. Not know what it. Well, yeah, exactly, Morgan. I'm gonna see that one laying there. I'm like, oh, I'll put this on something. Or this is one of those shitty deep cup blades. We'll see how this one that I flattened out works. Works better than any of the other ones I own. And then I'll be like, can I get those back? And then people will say, what's your favorite Colorado blade? I say, believe it or not, It's a shitty deep cut blade that I pancake on my desk with a 2x4. Flatten it out. No better Colorado on the market. 99 different ways to flatten spinnerbait blade. Notice, Morgan, I didn't put that blade back in the pack. I just set it over here to the side. I'll throw it on this thing and go throw it. But yeah, I sent you one of these heads, Darius. I know you tinker with your own stuff, so I figured you had a blade laying around that you could put on one. I don't even think I put a skirt on it. I didn't know what your preference was. So I just gave you the head. If you like the head, I will hook you up with lots of heads. Heads. Tons of blades. Good. Now we're talking. So you will have something that you can put on there. Oh, you dick. They're 5/8, Jeremy. 5/8, very short wire, 32 thousandths. It'd be a great. That's the thing about it is like if I had, if you put the right blades on it, it'd be a great nighttime spinnerbait. I just don't have the shit. I tried, but I failed. 5/8 ounce head, which I would think that would be pretty decently heavy with a like a number 5 Colorado. I think that wouldn't. You could fish it in pretty shallow water, or you could yo-yo it and throw it out there and drag it around. But like I said, try that one. Maybe it works for you. Maybe it doesn't. If it's not your cup of tea, no harm, no foul. But I knew you night fished, so I said maybe Darius can make something. Maybe he can find a use for this. And if he can, and he wants very, very, very cheap spinnerbait heads. Oh, yeah. Travis, they don't have to be black. But when you're selling nighttime spinnerbaits, it helps to not have to convince somebody that a gold or silver blade will catch fish. It's a lot easier to sell a man a nighttime spinnerbait with a black blade than it is to try and convince him that a gold or a silver blade would work also. But ease of sales. Especially for a casual guy that just wants to go try a little night fishing, browse on the websites. And I just got a nighttime spinnerbait. Let me try one. I think when you start adding non-black blades, when you start adding non-black blades, people get confused maybe as to, is it a daytime spinnerbait? Is it a nighttime? Screen is black. That is weird. Yeah, Morgan, they're all like that. Which they're not even like this measurement is not the same as my other one. So they're off there too. Yeah. But I think some of them are different. They're all like they're pretty close to that, but they're odd. They're odd. Like I said, I'm glad those were the wire boo boos were on the black heads, not the white ones. I would have been real pissed. But my hottest trailer this year, night fishing, is a white menace grub on a black spinnerbait. Do you use yeah, it is, Morgan. It is a lot longer from the head to the loop. Like I said, this whole thing's weird. That's why I figured for a single blade night fisherman, it might work. Um, if the blade arm was longer, that would be a bad dude with a double chartreuse blade and a black skirt. Yeah, I've run that head actually with a double blade combo. Actually, I think I sent Brendan one with two blades on it. I hope it runs. We're gonna see. I made him the guinea pig because I used to throw one. The one I sent him, I used to throw, but I don't remember if it was on this wire, but it was on one of these black heads. Um, but I sent Brendan a black and another color spinner. Morgan, I think it is. The only difference is uh, it looks like a reverse underspin, if that makes sense. Like all the blades are right up at the nose, and then you just got the end of the bait just like behind the blades. Um, but I need some. Hold on, Morgan. I can probably build it and see. Let me get these baits put up. I got two left, and then we'll build one out and see what it does. We'll do a little experimentation here because I did find two like little. Uh, I was digging around in my blade coffin yesterday, like that's got all my like random spinnerbait blades in it. I was digging around in it yesterday and I found uh, some small blades that are chartreuse. What is that? Weird in my mouth. What? Ooh. Random hair. Oh, maybe it's a mustache here. I think it was like a damn. all those heads. All these heads I'm talking about. Uh, Club guys hated it when we start early in the summer and the spinner bug would smoke that ass. Are we talking like pre-daylight? When everything you have tied on from normal daylight doesn't work, and then like the night fishermen are like, oh shit, dude, I'm gonna kill their ass. Like Bama Bass did to me that day. I pulled out his dark spinnerbait. All right, we need What do we need? I need this, this. Black skirt. These will be fine. All right, let's see. Let's see what I can concoct here, dudes. These need a swivel. All right, let's see here. You talking about for like a burner? Like 4 a.m. Yeah. Yeah, I have toted that ass whipping before myself. I have lived that, Stearman. All right. Let me do this. I'm going to take one of these. All right. Take this. We're going to put a blade on the front here. One. Take a clevis and put this ugly blade on front right there. I'm going to take 1, 2 of these, a sleeve, and another 2. It's nice knowing you beat them in the first 30 minutes. I've never had that happen, dude. I've heard people talk about it, but I've never experienced it. The guys are like, dude, I pulled up 30 minutes, it was done. Wow. That would be nice. It's probably because I wasn't throwing the night blade. Come on, dick. So not easy with gloves. Oh, dickhead. Down there. Okay, got that. Let's put a little bindi in it. Does it work? This gonna work. I think this gonna work, Morgan. I think. Let's see. Get this skirt straightened out. It's kind of wild. Skirt's like Vanta Black, dude. You can't even see it. Oh yeah, that's way nice and dicked up. That's a way good looking skirt. I probably picked the most stuck together skirt out of any of them. That's horrible. All What's up with these skirts? These must be from Z-Man. They're not the same material as my other ones. All right. It's really stuck together. Get unstuck. Talking about like that, Morgan? Shouldn't you be busy finding bass? Good question. Oh yeah, it is tonight. Get out of here, Pryor. You don't want to see this dirty work. This will be my. I would think this would be a good smallie getter. You run it fast. That would be a good one. All right. Maybe I should have sent this one to. Maybe this is what I should have sent to. Somebody to experiment. Early mornings. Maybe I'll just save it for myself. Have it ruined in an hour. Pike? Pike? I put it in the boat. I'll add some. Let me wire up this skirt. Let me wire up this skirt. I will say I need to order more blades just for my personal use. Come to find out, I don't have any small blades, period. That is not my, like if I want to make a little spinnerbait, especially like a small willow, I don't have anything. Where are snippers? Does it work? All right. This needs to be a little tighter. Okay. There we go. Now, if this were me, if I were building this for my personal use, I would not let just solid black roll. I would probably add one or two accent strands in there. Probably maybe a blue. That's probably what I should have done when I tied the wire on. Just for a little sex appeal. Backshore was looking for some for a guy that fishes Kentucky Lake a few years ago. He didn't ever pay me for mine, so I didn't send them to him. What was he looking for? throw like one or two. Yeah, you gotta have that little something. Well, so have we? Oh, the nighttime Terminators. So, so maybe that's what I need to do with these. I just need to order a damn 50 chartreuse blades and just make these chartreuse clear water burners, black burners. Yeah, the thing about the back blade is like it there's nowhere for it to hook. It'll probably hit this, but it can't catch the swivel and it can't catch the hole in the wire. So it should be good from that aspect. Um, I mean, it should be fine. Lots of bite here for a fish to get. I think everything should spin. Um, well, I will say that does look sexy. The one I sent, Brendan was blue. I need eyes. Black eyes or Megabass eyes? Miss them on a compact spinnerbait. What do you think they're hitting? Wonder why that would be. Think too much going on in this area? I mean, I feel like I would rather have this flopping around than a wire going over it. I don't know. We'll see. We'll find out. Black. Black it is. 4.5. I think I put 5 on these. I can't remember. It's been so long. Let me do a little experiment. Won't know till we test. That's right. That's right. We'll see. We'll see. Dude, black on black stuff is really not easy. Okay, this fits. Where's my glue? Oh, Lord. Oh, Lord. Now I've done it. There it is. Looks like a muddy water bait. Now I used to throw black with silver blades, and black and gold. But I used to throw all black a ton, like you said, in really clear water. Looks like a muddy water bait. But I'm going to drag it out of clear water and really dark waters. When the tornado sirens go off and Morgan's in the crystal clear and the black clouds roll in, he starts digging for old black and yellow clear water killer. Why isn't this sticking? We need a smaller one. Is that the same size? I hate these damn eyes. I think this is smaller. I think that's a 5 and a 5.5. Let's see. Probably not. I think I need to go get my damn eyes checked. There we go. Well, go testy, see what happens. Dude had 18 pounds in the first 15 minutes at 10 killer and already had it in the bag. Oh, the old timer that taught you that was throwing that. Black with Blue Blades does catch. Nate. So the story with these was I had some that had normal wire on them, not this little short weird wire. And I had some that had normal wire on them. So I took those. Oh no! I took those and I put blue blades on them, and not a great seller, to be honest with you. Not a lot of people shopping for black and blue spinner baits. Pretty easy to believe, but yeah, it's a decently hard sell. The old dude tuned everyone up and gave us all a lesson. How about that? What time of year was that, Morgan? I would like to know. Yeah, I know. It doesn't explain that, Travis. I mean, same goes for crankbaits. You know what I mean? Like, you throw a black buzz bait, you'll throw a, like during the day, you'll throw a black popper, you'll throw a black walking bait. People will throw everything black, but as soon as you say, you ever throw a black spinner bait like during the day? No. What? No. I throw spot remover. Shut up. You're a fucking idiot. Early summer. Agreed, Dustin. It's pretty much the standard. Travis, I don't. It's just like this mental block that. Oh yeah, Nasty Nate got some. Did you catch him on mine, or were you throwing another one? Or were you throwing a different brand Nasty Nate? Just get some 1.50 reading glasses. Welcome to the old man club. No shit, dude. Oh. Swim in a black and blue jig. Like everything black, like, is normalized pretty much, with the exception of I feel like a spinnerbait and a crankbait. And I think that just, I don't know. I told y'all I went through this phase where I was all I fished was black and blue stuff. I was trying to, like, I don't know what I was doing, but I think it all started because all I pitched was basically a black and blue jig. and then I would get like a couple different styles of jig. I would get like a, you know, a wood jig or like a tree jig, and then I would have like a spider head ball finesse jig, um, and then I started throwing like a ribbit, and my best ribbit color was black and blue. And then I always swam a black and blue jig, and then I started throwing like a black and blue buzz bait. And one of my favorite uh, Spro frogs was the like black and blue one. I forget what it was called, like Navy Seal or something. I threw that one a bunch. I don't remember if that was the black one, but they made a black and blue one, and I started throwing that. And eventually, I started looking at all my gear, um, and it's like, dude, you're getting by pretty good just throwing black and blue everything. So eventually, I like painted some black and blue crankbaits, caught them on that, chatterbaits, like everything was just black and blue. Occasionally, you'd mix in white, but uh, that phase only lasted for a little while. Uh, I got out of it. Oh, it was mine. That's good. You have to send me a picture of it, Nate, so I remember what blade combo I put on it. I don't exactly remember. I have because I did a willow one and I did a Colorado one, um, but I don't. It might be on that frame. It might be on a different frame. I don't recall. I don't know. Uh, Todd Castledon has writer block. He needs some ideas, so he's going to the internet. Uh, yeah, it seems like in chocolate milk water, the shad always get kind of bone looking burns. They like kind of take on the color of the water, but in a white shade. They go chocolate milk, but the white version. Like if you took regular milk and then you just poured like 25% chocolate milk in it. Revette has a black and blue frog. Nate, I don't remember your buddy hitting me up about black and blue spinner baits. Must have been, it must have been a many moons ago. But oh, the old black and blue will work. Apparently, Nasty Nate was the only person that bought them, went out there and hammered them. Then his buddy got witness of it and said, "I need those." And I probably said, "I don't have any more," which might not have been a lie. So I'm interested to see how this little double wheeler swims. Should be interesting. Travis Stearman, are you still there? I keep reading, and I won't say I've read it a bunch, but I've read it a few times that it sticks out of my brain. Where people say, Morgan, you can chime in on this. Nasty Nate, anybody that likes to throw a spinnerbait a lot. Um, I have read more than one person throwing a double Indiana blade, and to me that just sounds bizarre. Because the way the taper of the Indiana, I would think it would is so long that it doesn't spin like it wouldn't spin like a willow where it's out of the way of the skirt. That it would spin up and like hit your get like in your skirt. I was out of them. I probably was out of. I probably wasn't out of that head. I was probably out of the good ones with the longer wire. Um, because these are the, I think these are all the ones I have left that don't have the long wire on. They have a little shorty on them. Double Indiana is sweet. I strictly throw double willow or double Indiana. Got to throw small Indiana on the water. Indie blade on the second blade. Second blade being the swivel blade, or second blade being the clevis blade. But I've never in my life seen a double Indiana combo, or I've never seen anybody throw one. Small Indiana on the clevis. I've never seen anybody do that. But I've read about it. Never seen one in the wild. Why not just a Colorado? Never toss a double Indiana. Double Indiana. Weird. Colorado thumps too much here. Throwing Indiana at inland lakes. Travis Stearman, you hear that? Too much thump. Schoolmaster, wherever you are, tell Stearman so he never goes there where fish don't like thump. Yeah, I'm with you, Morgan. I throw an Indiana a lot, but I've never thought to put one just because it's odd shaped. I've never thought to put one. Never thought to put one in the front. Colorado thumps too much. That's bizarre, dude. Single Colorados don't work in Jersey. Man, y'all got it bad. They don't, see, Travis. Not everybody wants to feel the thump, bro. They don't want the thump. They want to feel the wet sock. They want to feel the leaf. They want to feel the Pringle come in. Who knew? Who knew? But anyway, all right, I'm gonna get off of here. It's been almost 2 hours. I have everything ready to go. I'm about to go get priming. Never seen where black and blue work good in crystal clear water. Crystal clear? I've caught them deep on it. I wouldn't say it's a great like shallow color, but I've still caught them in pretty fairly clear water. I like to feel that crisp thump stop. Yeah. Later, dudes. That'll be good. Talk to you later on. Appreciate everybody sticking around for Thump Talk. That'll be good. Later.